End qualified immunity right now. End internal investigations right now. Felony to mute or edit or delete or mess with body cam footage in any way. 24-hour release of body cam footage. All chiefs and supervisors held responsible for crimes of all police officers in their department. And number 6, end police unions right now.
We are coming on the air with breaking news right now. At least 3 children are reported dead after a shooting at Covenant School, a private Christian school in Nashville. The Metro Nashville Police Department tweeted that officers engaged the shooter and that the shooter is now dead. Vanderbilt University Medical Center says the 3 victims suffered gunshot wounds and were pronounced dead after arrival. The age of the victims is still not clear, but according to the school's website, it serves students from pre-K through 6th grade. The FBI and ATF are now assisting the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. I want to bring in former FBI agent and AB's News contributor Brad Garrett, as well as former chief of detectives for the NYPD and AB's News contributor Robert Boyce for more on this. Robert, I want to start with you. Your experience as an officer. What's your reaction to hearing a situation like this? Young children now pronounced dead after a shooter at this school that serves pre-K through 6th graders.
Diane, it's just a terrible thing. These things never leave you if you're a police officer or if you're a parent. Those things haunt you the rest of your life. So these are echoes of Sandy Hook here. It looks like the protocols are working very well here across the nation in law enforcement, but we're not stopping this from happening, and that's the real tragedy here. It's unusual. You have a Christian parochial school this happening to. That part is unusual. Detectives will now figure out the motives, go social media, and do all these things that we normally do. But our protocols are working, but it's still happening. That's the issue.
Bob, in an investigation like this, what's the first question these officers will be trying to answer?
Determine who the shooter is and what the motive was. That means going ID him or her, go back to the house, go what's going on in their lives, do the social media profile, all these things, and then find out where the gun came from and how they got that gun. So these things, everybody knows this, they're offering money to do that. But the big question is why, and it will always be why.
Brad, ATF and the FBI are now responding. They're assisting the Metropolitan Police Department there in Nashville with this. What does that tell you about the gravity of this investigation, and how will they help?
So let's start with a matter of routine. The ATF and FBI tend to respond to all mass shootings now. It's common protocol. They work together. They plan these things together. ATF will immediately, as Bob mentioned, go to work on whatever weapons were used, where do they come from, how did they get them, so forth and so on. The FBI may be able to help quickly if there's any sort of delicate forensic thing to do or an interview to be done outside the Nashville metropolitan area. But this is interesting, again, to one of Bob's points, is that this is a Christian school. I was with the FBI in Nashville for a number of years. I know where this school is. And I guess I'll be somewhat surprised if the shooter's not connected to the school some way. I assume he's a little older. These are all younger kids, but we'll see how that plays out. But the FBI may also be able to help them with that.
And Robert, it feels all too often that we have to talk about stories like this. What do you make of the frequency with which this is happening, not only in public places, but now in a school, once again, a school full of young children?
Diane is picking up. It's not slowing down. It keeps getting worse. They know they're going to be confronted at some point by police officers armed and ready to terminate this act, but they're still doing it. So the motive is overdriving common sense. We'll see if there's mental illness involved in here. But what was the motive? Was it this anti-religion? We don't know right now. It will be interesting to see exactly what this was. And if anybody knew this was going to happen. That's why I always look to these things. Did anybody have a clue as to what's going on in this person's life? Because we see it all the time. So it's picking up and it's not going away despite the best efforts of law enforcement.
Again, we are following this developing story. What we know right now is 3 students have been pronounced dead at a private Christian school in Nashville after a shooting there. Police say they engaged the shooter, and that shooter is now dead. That school serves grades from pre-K through 6th grade. We will continue to update you on this story throughout the day.